Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Bladnoch 17 year. So this is a lowland single malt Scotch whiskey. This is 17 years old. They put it in ex-bourbon barrels and then they finished it in California red wine casks. And it's at 46% alcohol by volume. It's celebrating the 200 years, so I did some research on it. Bladnoch has started in 1817. Then it was purchased privately in 2015, and it is actually one of the oldest distilleries that's privately owned right now. So that's kind of nice that it's not this mass company that owns this, and they're the ones who are calling all the shots here. So I'm really excited to get into this. This gets its name from the Bladnoch River that the Bladnoch distillery is on. So they get all of their water from there. Yeah, I'm really excited to try this because I think this is my first Scotch that I've tried that has a wine finish to it. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how the wine changes the flavor of it. So I'm really intrigued by that, and can't wait to try it out. I love this bottle, by the way. This bottle is absolutely amazing. There is almost like 1.5 inches of glass down here, so it is a heavy bottle here. And I love the top too. It's got the same bee that's on the side here, and it's just so pretty to look at. All right, so going into the nosing. Well, actually, before we do that, this is going to be more of like a light copper color for this. And from what I also read up is that this is also non-chill filtered, and this is all natural color, so no added coloring to it. Ooh, that is really unique. I don't know if it's the wine, but it gives off this like really nice, sweet, dark fruit. Most likely, like, it just reminds me of like cherries, and I don't know if it's because of the bourbon the bourbon casks that's giving it that cherry flavor. But I'm really liking that. Oh, very sweet. Oh my goodness. I can stick my whole nose in there and it won't burn my nostrils. Man, that's crazy. That's odd. Or maybe my nose is just getting used to whiskeys now. We did it, guys. The Whiskey Noob finally can smell whiskey without getting burned. Smelling it, the very first thing I get is that dark fruit, dried cherry. Then it's like followed with a little bit of spice. I don't want to, I want to say kind of like pepper and wood, but it's not quite that, not like that harsh. So I'd probably say cinnamon, but more in a good way, not Fireball cinnamon. As you all know, I hate Fireball. That is quite nice. And as I'm pulling away, I'm getting a little bit of like a chocolate note to it. Okay, I'm still getting burned. Ooh. Ooh, this one was really sharp all of a sudden. I don't know, compared to some of the other ones I've tasted recently. Oh, I don't know why I'm drilling. Sorry, I'm like trying to get over like a cold, and I'm like on the very tail end of it. That one was a lot more sharp than what I was expecting, but still, surprisingly enough though, it mellowed out very quickly. I would probably say definitely got that, dried fruit notes in the beginning, and then it just kind of morphed. I don't know, it kind of reminded me of the fair. When I walk by like a pie stall and I smell cherry pie, and then the next stall is like cinnamon rolls. So it's just kind of like that morph of going from cherry to cinnamon, and then maybe finishing off with like a chocolate stall, like a Ghirardelli stall if there is one at a fair, or just just chocolate in general. You know what I mean? I think that this is probably like the sweetest Scotch that I've tried, and I probably would say, I don't know, maybe like my favorite so far. I'm also a fan of red wine as well. Getting some of the notes of that dark fruit in there just really hits at home to me, and I really, really enjoy this. I am so glad that I picked this up. I picked this up over at Costco for roughly around 80 bucks. I think that this one's a little bit hard to find now, because I was trying to look up online, and it doesn't seem like that you can get this a whole lot of places. But again, no, with California, you can't buy alcohol online and have it shipped to your house. I guess there's some sort of law that doesn't allow alcohol to be sent or received in mail I don't know why, but apparently other people have that option in different states, but apparently we don't. I could be wrong, but I find that it's a little weird that we have that restriction, even though we're kind of loose on a lot of other things. But I'd say for the whiskey beginner, the $80 price tag, or maybe even up to $100, depending on where you find it, might be a steep jump for what you're trying to look for. If you're just getting into this, I'd say, yes, this is a fantastic Scotch to get into, but I think it may be hard to find and it's a little expensive. I would say going with a monkey shoulder might be best if you are new, but if you have been around the block and you've tried a few Scotches, this one is a fantastic one to add to your collection. So if you happen to find this, pick it up, because it's definitely not one that you want to miss out on, because specifically they're celebrating their 200th year anniversary. So, I mean, this is going to be a limited release anyway, so might as well pick it up if you see it. I mean, I'm a sucker for labels that say limited release or rare. I mean, I literally saw over at Costco one other bottle that was limit 1 per customer, but because of that, I was like, oh, I have to have it, and I immediately just put it in my cart. I'm a sucker for that, and it sucks because I spend all my money because I know that it's like, oh, it's slightly rare, oh, I'll get it. But that's my curse. Anyway, I'm rambling. But otherwise though, this is absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to have a whiskey tasting and have all my friends come over and try this out. This is absolutely beautiful and amazing. Oh yeah, the mic probably picked all that up. Oh yeah. That is definitely my favorite Scotch so far. I think it's because of bourbon barrels. It all goes back to bourbon. Well, I'm going to be adding this into the playlist of Scotches, and I'm going to put the little playlist up here, wherever it is. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Bladnoch, Queen of the Lowlands.